and then just let it go, and she will just forget and just give you all the stuff that you need, okay, because she enjoys to talk about it, okay. And then that's that, okay. So that's just a little helpful advice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now my son, my son was the one who had suicidal thoughts, okay. Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not familiar with that. That's new to me.
We hadn't had a chance to talk to Dr. G since
Yeah.
we spoke on Friday.
So
No, this
Yeah.
has been like,
yeah,
oh,
but
wow.
they shared with me after that meeting, but prior to that, I did not know that.
Okay, then may I ask you, what are you seeing him for then? If not in detail, but like,
He wanted to come and talk just about, he's been in my room for a couple things. One of the things that he likes to come and talk about students in his class that
Yes.
he's having issues with.
yes,
And so
I know.
we'll kind of work out like, okay, so what can you do? Who can you go to?
So every student has that access.
Every-
Yeah.
Request that from the teacher, can I talk with the counselor, can I
Yeah.
see Dr. G? And then,
That makes sense. Okay, all right.
And then, and I mean, it all kind of
So
leads together. I mean, I'm there.
has mom basically? What I want to know is, did mom basically tell you like, hey, look, we have problem. I don't want to say problem children, but please look into my children.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Okay. I'm worried that she would not have told you that he had suicidal thoughts. During that same time that Layla was taken, when I had my son, he would go to mom and he would come back home. That's kind of the same way that
Yeah.
Layla was doing.
Mhm.
Okay. Layla was very mean to him during this time frame. Okay. She was jealous. She wanted to come home. She wasn't. He was. Yada yada. So they had that civil rivalry 1 times 10. Anyways, because he's so passive aggressive and so mellow, this was affecting him in a mental way, right? He couldn't, he just was looking for an out. Now, when he's home, he never once shared with me that he wanted to commit suicide. When he was with mom, apparently, and I say apparently because this was going on for months before I was notified. So mom was saying that he needs therapy. And I would ask mom, why does he need therapy? Mom would never tell me why. And mom and I were never communicating back and forth verbally. We were always emailing at this time, okay? So she can never once show you a document where she says your son is talking about committing suicide, okay? She would just say he needs therapy. You would see my response, why does he need therapy? Now, I was hesitant about therapy because Layla's in therapy and you denied me access for a long period of time. This does not look like a good idea for me, okay? When he's with me, yes, he's upset and he's mad, but he doesn't need therapy. He plays his Roblox, his Minecraft, he talks to his cousins, we go out to the park, we play baseball, and we talk about the issue. I don't think therapy is necessary. Well, fast forward, okay? I get a phone call, okay? I dropped Ridwan off, and this was a Thursday. At 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, Ridwan calls me. He's at his mom's, and he's crying hysterically, okay? And I'd rather let Ridwan tell you.
Okay. Well, I'll see him.
No, like
Oh.
this. This is the day. She don't.
Take off my door.
And she what?
She's taking off my door.
She's taking off your door?
Yes.
And she's donating all your stuff.
Yes.
So what happened was that there's a stairwell. Layla plays flute or cello at the time. I'm not really sure, but she had her instrument at the top of the steps, okay? Ridwan, IV, and mom get into a disagreement about something, okay? And the cello or the instrument falls down the steps, okay? Mom is under the impression that Ridwan kicked it down the steps, okay? Ridwan is trying to explain to mom that it just fell while he was at the top of the steps. This is where the argument comes in at. And so Ridwan decides to just stop arguing with mom and go into his room. So he goes into his room and he slams the door, okay? Mom comes in. Mom says, I'm gonna take your door off, your hinges off, okay? And you won't have a door. And Ridwan says, I don't care. And then so she says, fine, I'm gonna take your toys and donate them. And then Ridwan is like, I don't care. I wanna kill myself, okay? So that's where this phone call's in. And then there was a black issue that we'll talk about in a brief second that I didn't know until Sunday, okay? But after he said he wants to kill himself, we'll put a pin there. And then they discuss that. And then he says, I'm gonna call my dad, okay? And then she says, fine, call your dad. And then that's when this happens.
Why, babe?
Because I keep throwing stuff.
You keep throwing your stuff? Why are you throwing your stuff?
Because I'm getting mad.
What are you getting mad about, baby? Habibi.
You're gonna talk to your dad, you're gonna bring your dad to this, you better tell the truth.
Always tell the truth, son. Calm yourself first. Habibi. 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 Ridwan Jackson. Ridwan Jackson.
It's true.
Ridwan Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Relax yourself, son. Calm yourself. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now look at me. Can you see me?
Yes.
I can see you too. Now, let's start from the beginning. You were throwing stuff?
Yes.
You were throwing stuff because you were mad?
Yes.
Why were you mad?
No, because I just get mad.
Why do you
You don't
get
just
mad?
get mad. You need to tell your dad the reason why you're mad. Because I wanted to kill myself.
You want to kill yourself?
Yeah.
Why do you want to kill yourself, son?
Your dad doesn't believe that you need to go to therapy.
Why do you want to kill yourself, son?
Because I hate my life.
You hate your life. Why do you hate your life?
Because I have bad things in my life.
Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. I can't hear you. I don't understand you. So I can't fix it. Why do you hate your life?
Because I have bad things in my life.
Because you have bad things in your life?
Yeah.
Baby, we all have bad things in our lives. That's no reason to kill ourselves. So tell me about these bad things, because you just left home. You just left home. Okay? So tell me what bad things you have. You've only been over there for Alexa. What time is it?
It's 8:31 p.m.
Habibi,
Have a good night.
Habibi, you've only been over there for 2 hours and 1 minute. So what's bad?
No.
No. My son knows what's bad. If you can say that you want to kill yourself because bad things are happening in your life, okay, you know what's going on. So what has happened in 2 hours?
Tell your dad the stuff that you tell me. Tell him you want to play sports. Tell him you want to go to therapy. Tell him all the stuff that you want that you won't tell him. Because I'm done.
Habibi, Habibi,
Yeah.
look at me, okay? Talk to me. Habibi,
I could raise a child with a piece of shit.
Habibi, talk to me, okay?
He doesn't understand anything about life
Okay?
or anything because he has so much pride.
Relax yourself, son. Calm yourself, okay? Calm yourself. What is your name? Ridwan what, son? That's right. And who's your dad? That's right. That's right. And does your dad love you? Are you afraid of your dad?
You better tell him the truth.
Habibi, look at me, okay? Look at me. Calm yourself. Are you afraid of me? Can you talk to me?
Better tell us.
Habibi, Ridwan Jackson,
Yes, sir.
you are the chief, okay? You are the chief of your own self. Don't let anybody go in there and start messing with your stuff. So calm yourself and listen. Can you talk?
Yeah.
Then let's talk. Why are you mad?
Because I have really bad things and sometimes Layla makes me mad.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, siblings, brother and sister, they're gonna make each other mad. My sister, Jennifer, your auntie, made me very mad all the time, okay? All the time. And Grandpa, okay, would always protect Jennifer. Always. Jennifer could do no wrong. That made me really mad, okay? But I didn't want to kill myself, okay? That's not gonna take away the problem. Are you telling Mom that Layla is making you really mad? Why? Why? Nor do I. And you know what? Nor does Mom. If Mom doesn't know that Layla's making you mad, she can't help you. And if I don't know that Layla's making you really mad, I can't help you. However, I do know that you told me that Layla made you really mad. And what did I tell you? I told you that's because Layla's mad, okay? And I told you to tell Mom, but also tell Layla to stop. Layla's mad because she's jealous and angry, okay? But that will be done. All right? Habibi. So Mama is donating all your stuff because she said that because you've been telling her you want to kill yourself? We don't talk like that. I don't hear you talking like that over here. Why don't you talk like that when you're home?
I do.
Oh, so when you're over here, you tell me you want to kill yourself.
No.
So,
Go put it on and leave it.
so why don't you tell me that you want to kill yourself?
Because just leave it alone. Because sometimes you don't really like to tell you stuff.
Sometimes you don't like to tell me stuff. You don't want to tell me that you want to kill yourself.
Yeah.
When you're home with me, do you want to kill yourself?
Yeah.
Why?
Sometimes
Why?
when I get angry.
Why? Layla's not here. She's not being mean to you. So why do you want to kill yourself when you're home with me?
I mess up and stuff.
We all mess up, son. Okay? That's no reason to want to kill yourself. Okay? That's no reason. And what do we do when you mess up? Huh?
We do it.
Exactly. So what's the problem? My poor baby.
Huh?
I said my poor baby. Ridwan, pay attention. Okay? Pay attention.
Tell him all the stuff you tell me.
What
Tristan is my neighbor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Leaves trash, and he does not clean it up.
okay, so you're telling me that your company comes over and he leaves trash. Okay, so keep going.
And then when he comes over, he says, sometimes when he looks in my closet, he says, "You're hiding this from everyone."
Hiding?
But I'm not.
Hiding what?
The stuff in my closet.
What stuff?
My games and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
The desk in the closet.
Yeah, the desk in your closet. Okay. And then what do you tell him?
Tell your dad that you don't want to be friends with him. I don't want to be friends with him
That's
anymore.
okay. Do you know why you don't want to be friends with him? Why?
He leaves trash everywhere. And because why? And he says he's not really friendly.
He's not really friendly?
That you keep telling me that he does to you. Kyle tells. And what else? That he screams and yells at you. That whenever you guys are trying to share the game, he's hogging the game. That he snitches, but it's stuff, basically he lies, and that he tells his mom stuff or tells daddy stuff that's not true just to get you in trouble. And that you don't like Tristan and he's not a good friend for you. And he's not a good friend to other people. Like our neighbors.
Habibi,
Yes.
Tristan is over here with me, okay? He lives over here. Now, most of this stuff I've never heard you say. So that's not fair that you would tell mom and not tell me. Now, Tristan does tell. He's a tattletale. But what do I tell him when he comes down and he tries to tell on you?
Figure it out.
Exactly. Does that get you in trouble?
No.
Exactly. Okay?
And when he's telling on me, I tell him to figure it out. He's not even listening. He's
Habibi,
just going on. Why? It's because you're 7 and you don't know how to figure it out.
Habibi,
You should never be expected to figure it out.
Habibi.
Yes.
One, when you guys are fighting over the Xbox, okay, whose turn it is and stuff like that, that is something that you can't figure out. Whose turn is it? What game are you going to play, right? I shouldn't have to micromanage all of that. Now, if I
Does
do
he
have to
continue with the
micromanage,
suicide?
you having friends and
I keep trying to get back to the suicide, and then mom will throw something else in there that I have to address at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
This video is actually one of 4, and it's basically an hour long of that exact thing happening, and addressing the suicide in bits and pieces and fragments. At the end of it, you know, the only thing that changes is my son's patience with his mom. Right now, he is trying to focus on me and what I'm saying and being thrown at different things. In the middle, him and his mom, they argue because she starts to tell him that he's lying, and then Ridwan turns and he's telling her that I'm not lying. You're not listening to me. And I have to, that's not how we talk to mom. Okay? Focus on me. I am the one you called.
Yeah.
I am helping you. Don't do that. And so it goes on, and then mom just sits in the corner and he and I just do our thing. And then he starts to loosen up and laugh, and we start playing, and then I get off the phone with him in the mode that he's happy, okay? When he comes home that Saturday, that piece that's missing, that we didn't talk about because I didn't know it needed to talk about, he says that when he told mom that he wanted to commit suicide, she told my daughter to go get a knife. My daughter fought her to get the knife. Then Layla did go get the knife, gave it to mom. Mom gave it to Ridwan, and then Ridwan threw the knife on the floor, okay? I didn't know that until Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually what I was trying to tell the counselor before you came, when you guys had those floaters. And then one was like, I'm not going to deal with this. And so that was that. So you're the first counselor that I was able to say, hey, look, my son's issue, this is how we deal with our problems. This is just one of many, many situations that my ex has done with us like this, where I'm trying to parent, or I'm trying to coach, I'm trying to lead and guide, and she's just yelling at the children. I mean, the issue is that our son is trying to commit suicide and you're yelling at him. You're telling him he's lying. You're giving him reasons of why it's validated, versus trying to understand where he's coming from and let him know that this is not appropriate. But I'm pretty sure that she has a master's degree, because she'll tell you that every 5 minutes. Yes.
She's proud of it.
Oh, she should be proud of it. I'm actually very proud of it, because I helped her with that master's degree. I have a GED. That's all I have. Okay. But I'm very good at what I do. And while we were married and she was obtaining all these degrees, I was auditing the classes with her because I didn't have anything else to do. And I would assist her with her work. All her math that she accomplished, those are all my scores. Okay. So her master's degree, she should be very proud of it. But she's also trying to make me pay for it. But that's a private story at a different time. Okay. But the fact that she has a master's degree means that she's still using the same tactics. She wants you to know that she's smart. And she is. She's very smart.
You are too.
She's extremely intelligent. Okay. That's why it hurts so bad. Because if you're extremely intelligent and your son is telling you that he wants to commit suicide, your action should not be this.
Yeah.
This becomes negligence, because you are aware. So my son has shut down after this.
With you?
No, not with me.
Okay.
No, just in general. He's becoming more, not like Layla where she's just reserved. He's becoming just, he's losing his Care Bear sweetness, He's still sweet, he's still a Care Bear, he's still lovely and he's still concerned. But he's also aware that mom doesn't cater to the emotions and feelings that he needs at the most critical times. And I spend my time helping him understand that this is, it's not okay, but this is how we deal with it. Okay. So I wanted to share that with you so that you are aware and have a better understanding of what you're actually looking at when you are engaging with the children. Okay. I don't want to bore you with all of the stuff.
No, not boring. No,
it's very emotional for me still.
Yeah.
It is very hard. I get a knock at my door at 10 o'clock. I'm kissing on my daughter to put her to sleep for school in the morning. And yes, 10 o'clock is not a good time for them to go to sleep, but I try to do 8:30, 9 o'clock, but she be fighting. Okay.
So you got a week before you go back to court, and then what is
this court hearing is?
What is the reason that your protection? What is the reason why?
I have to laugh, otherwise I'll just cry all day, So she told the judges that I'm abusive and that the kids have suicidal tendencies and that they're not safe with me. Okay. The first few judges denied it. Okay. So you just keep trying and trying and trying until you get somebody that's going to say yes. Okay. So finally, yesterday, apparently she found somebody that would say yes. Okay. And so this is actually, this order that she has now actually has been going on for over 1.5 years. Okay. So this is not something new. It's just that she keeps trying and trying and trying, modifying and then tweaking until somebody says, "Oh, this looks good enough."
Okay.
Okay. With there and there's nothing happening in between. You're trying and trying and trying. You're just trying and tweaking.
Okay.
So I'm fairly certain my attorney and I, when we go to court, for this, it's going to be expunged like it was before.
Right.
Okay. The problem is that, again, the children are involved now because Layla just got over
Mm-hmm.
people jumping out of their cars when I pull up,
Mm-hmm.
to serve me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is not
Yeah.
I've had an attorney for over 2 years now. She could easily just have her attorney send the stuff to my attorney and my attorney send it to me. That would be the professional way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, she decides to have a server wait outside my home serving me papers. While I have she doesn't even do it on the days that I don't have my children,
Right.
which would be a little bit understandable. F you know what I mean? But the days that I have my kids, the police showing up at my home, again, they could have she could have just clearly showed you guys and just picked the kids up from school.
Yeah. Right.
And then me come up and be like, "Hey, where's my kids?" And you guys say, "Oh, Mr. Jackson, we got paperwork." I would be like, "Look, I understand. It ain't you guys. I'll just send this to my attorney. Boo hoo hoo. So I'm on my lunch break. I won't go back to work the next day." But to have them disturb us while we're going to sleep to remove her,
Mm-hmm.
that's the character that we're dealing with, And my kids are witnessing that, and she doesn't understand that they may love you, but they're losing the respect for you, and they're closing themselves off, very similar to what you did to your mom, I'm so sorry, ladies. I'm sorry.
You don't need to be sorry.
No.
You don't. It's a lot. It's a lot you've been through.
I do, and like I said on Friday, I appreciate you coming in to give the story, because I haven't met with Tasha.
Really?
Like, we're meeting here in our big group meeting with the whole academic team, we met, but she hasn't taken me up on an offer to meet like we are meeting now.
That's because she's aware that you and I are talking now.
Well, I will say that as district employees, we have to meet a pretty high standard about our emails.
Oh,
And our emails are all subject to public request.
Yes.
yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. I
So-
I totally get that.
So
We're very careful. I'm very careful because
You have to be.
if
And I think that, there's been a lot of email communication, because she hasn't wanted to come in. So we've learned a lot of things through email.
Well, well, I don't think you learned enough, because you, being the actual counselor talking to the children, didn't know about Devereaux.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what these emails are about pertaining to the children's academics, because the teacher said that both children are doing well. So what are we talking about as far as academic wise? As far as behavior wise,
I guess at one point is you could request the emails.
well, I would like, oh, that's right.
That
I would
you
like
have
to,
an attorney.
I would like to request,
Yeah.
You have
so-
an attorney.
no problem.
And that's done through the district.
Yeah.
And Mesa Public Schools has a legal department as well. So that,
I just need the contact. Who does my attorney need to send the letter out to?
I'll get you the legal department's contact.
This is,
I think there's a specific person that it's called public records request. That's what you need.
it's difficult to listen to that video over and over again.
Yes, it is.
That was the first time that I heard my son wanted to commit suicide, and then my ex is in the video later telling me that he's been saying this for months. I'm like, when the fuck was you gonna tell me? Don't you think that would be good information to know? I have other emails that you say that you're only gonna tell me the information that's necessary. I don't know any other information that is more necessary than your child is talking about committing suicide. I don't know anything more important than that to
And
talk about.
I do think, go back to the email, could be wrong, but I think it is a Mesa email that she uses.
Oh, I
MAS.
think we have to stop there about what we're saying,
Okay,
but, anything that's communicated about your kids and stuff that happens here, we are now in contact with you and you will have alignment with us, 100%.
Yeah.
But it might be good for you to know.
Of the other line? Yeah, sure.
and I can tell you, I love both of your kids so much.
Good kids.
I do love them.
They're good kids.
I do
So
love
her name
them
is
so
Sue
much.
Byer. She is the secretary in our legal services department. Probably best to email her and then just request whatever it is that you need to request from her.
Mhm.
All email correspondence with Keller in regards to my
Ask
kids?
the
That's-
lawyer.
Yeah.
Whatever the lawyer-
Your
okay.
best advisor there.
Mhm.
Okay. Man, just, I just want you guys to be aware of my kids' actions and behaviors if something changes, because this is where it's coming
Yeah.
from.
We appreciate that.
They
heads
are,
up.
they are good kids.
You know, kids, like you always say, they're so resilient. And, you know, as adults, sometimes it feels like we kind of get stuck in, you know, that, but kids will come. You know, I hear a lot. You hear a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
And how they can come and be happy.
Yeah.
Some days I don't know. I'm like, man, I don't know what to do with this kid. But we see these kids and they're so resilient.
Yeah.
When they come, this is a good place. This is a very good place. And they're very resilient, both of your kids.
They are.
And they're strong.
They are.
They will get through it. It's tough, but they will get through it. And they have a lot of support from all of us.
Mhm.
You do not have weak children.
No, I don't.
You don't.
I don't.
But I think we're all grateful for the heads up so that we can,
Oh,
I hope
absolutely.
that they're back tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
and then we can
They,
support them.
I'm
They had a
sh-
late night. I'm sure it was a rough night.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
but, you know, more than likely they'll be back tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't have contact with mom. She only emails me when she wants to, but which is also a violation because we're supposed to be emailing every week about the status of the children, and I haven't gotten an email over a year.
okay.
But more than likely they will be at school tomorrow. But even if they're not, just the next time that they are.
I usually check in every day.
Yeah.
Not with Red One so much, but
Yeah.
with Layla, she's definitely, because that's kind of, Red One's definitely on
Yeah.
it, and I probably see him at least once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, Layla, if you don't go get Layla, she's not going to come unless something really needs to be
I know.
talked about. Yeah.
I do know.
That's why I stay on her every day.
I
You
do
know.
know, yeah.
I would guess that after the court date that we're not gonna get updated unless.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Unless you want to tell us
Ma'am.
what's going on.
We will be in communication whether win, lose, or draw.
Okay. Whatever you want us to know.
I see the pattern that you guys are, not you guys, but everybody that's involved in this situation, whether it's Devereaux, Open Heart, the doctor's office, she only gives the documents that support her, you know? And so, you know, you just won't know unless I show up. But I apologize that I didn't bring the documents today.
Nope, it's okay.
You have a lot on your mind. I'm sure it's also on Tasha's shoulders to bring us those documents
Right.
as well. So
True.
Yeah.
True. So she will just send them up to legal. You won't hear from me unless I'm still in communication with my kids, my daughter.
Mhm.
So Layla was messaging me and calling me all last night,
Mhm.
you know, when she was at her mom's. So unless something pops up with Layla, I won't reach out until after court.
okay.
But just know that again, my rights have not been terminated.
Your educational rights are intact.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so you know, she may come up here and do whatever she needs to do or say whatever she needs to say, but that's
Yeah.
how that is.
Well, we're at a point now where we're reaching out to our legal
And I
department
would-
just to make sure we're interpreting documents
I would
correctly.
highly
so-
recommend that.
Yeah.
Because that's what Devereaux's mistake was.
Yeah.
Devereaux, I mean, it was wild when
Yeah.
they stopped me mid-conversation and they just said, Mr. Jackson, we want to apologize. This is what we did wrong, and let me tell you how we corrected it. We changed our policy. We have a new policy, and people got in trouble.
Yeah.
People got
Well, we're all pretty
I-
smart
I-
ladies,
I
and we
think-
can
I
read,
think
but
we're
it's still,
good.
we
Yeah.
still like to go through
But
the,
our
We
motivation
don't have a legal
is
lens.
definitely to do
that's
the-
all.
the
I'm too.
correct thing
And legally,
I'm
we
trying-
are very
Yeah.
much, we are very much.
and the care for the kids.
I'm trying my best to also do things the clean way.
right,
You know,
right.
I'm trying to do things. Like even my daughter, she's upset at me because she asked me. She said, "Dad, how can we end this faster?" And I said, "We can't. You have to have patience." And she says, "No, maybe another way." And I said, "All other ways that we can possibly do this faster are dirty ways. And if we do them dirty ways, there are consequences.
Right.
It may come faster, but it's not going to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Or other things will cause problems. We
Yeah.
have to do it clean, you know."
I agree.
And she tells me, clean, you know, that she doesn't like it. Explain to me what is dirty so that I can decide if this is good
Mhm.
enough. No, Layla,
No.
Yeah.
you know, trust in me.
Mhm.
We have to do it clean, you know. These are the conversations that I'm having with my 11-year-old. But I've been having this with her since she's been 9,
Yeah.
you know. Layla, ladies, I'm sorry for keeping you from your
No,
meeting and stuff.
you're fine.
No, that we
You are fine.
appreciate
We
the heads
appreciate
up, and we'll
We can
Can
get
Can I,
back up
We'll take
here.
yes,
care of them.
Can I please go out this door?
we'll continue taking care of the kids. So